Now this is a question from the part of pollution, and the question is regarding the carbon dioxide. Okay, we know that nowadays the carbon dioxide level is an important factor because it is affecting the climate change, or it is leading to the global warming, right? So the question is like this: which one of the following statements is not correct regarding carbon dioxide? And they have given, so they are asking about not correct, right? So A, it is a greenhouse gas. B, it is released during the photosynthesis. It forms the dry ice. CO2 in the atmosphere does not absorb the incoming visible radiation coming from the sun. Now let us discuss some points about carbon dioxide. Now we know the importance of carbon dioxide in the living world because we require carbon in order to make the organic molecules, right? So we are having carbohydrates, we are having lipids, we require nucleic acids. So in order to make these kinds of organic molecules, we require carbon, right? So this carbon is available to animals in the form of carbohydrates, and that carbohydrate is made by the green plants by the process photosynthesis. And by this process photosynthesis, these plants are absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, right? So these green plants or the producers, they are absorbing carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and they are absorbing water molecules through the root systems, and within the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they are converting or combining this carbon dioxide and water molecules into carbohydrates, and they will store it, and oxygen will reduce as byproduct. So this is a simple definition for photosynthesis, right? And that carbohydrate, that stored energy, will be available to the next levels of ecosystem. That means the consumer, that means the animals, right? In that way, we will get the carbon, and we will use that carbon for making our organic molecules. Okay. Now regarding this, carbon dioxide is consumed during the photosynthesis to produce the carbohydrates, and the carbon dioxide and water molecule will convert it into carbohydrates in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and the oxygen will release as byproduct, and that is the process known as photosynthesis. Okay. Then second important point regarding carbon dioxide: dry ice is the solid form of carbon dioxide. Okay. So the solid form of carbon dioxide is known as the dry ice. So or dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide, and this dry ice, it is mainly used as a cooling agent, and it is also even used in the cloud seeding formations also. So dry ice means it is a solid form of carbon dioxide, and it is mainly used as cooling agent. Now the third important point regarding carbon dioxide: the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere that does not absorb the incoming visible radiation coming from the sun, but they blocks the outgoing infrared radiation radiated by the earth. Now we know that sunlight, the visible radiation, it will come to earth through the ozone layer, and ozone layer will allow to pass this visible light to the earth, and this radiation, it's a short wavelength radiation, right? And when this inside on earth, and some part of that energy will be utilized in the earth, okay, or some part of energy will be absorbed by the earth, and that radiation will be again reflected back, right? And the reflected back radiation will be long wave radiation, okay, and this carbon dioxide will absorb that, or carbon dioxide will block that long wave radiation. So the reflected back radiation, that is known as infrared radiation. Okay, it is having long wavelength. Now by absorbing infrared radiation, the atmosphere gets heated up. So it will be having the reflected radiation will be infrared radiation or long wave radiation, and it will be also carrying heat energy, right? So that will be blocked by the carbon dioxide and as well as by the ozone layer, and again it will be reflected back. So heat will be trapped in that system. So the heat will be trapped there. So thereby it will heat up, and that process is known as what? Greenhouse effect. Okay, so those gases which is a reason for making this greenhouse effect is known as greenhouse gases. Okay, so those gases which have the capacity to trap heat to the atmosphere is known as greenhouse gases, and this heated atmosphere keeps the earth warm, and that's how we are having a moderate level of climate. So carbon dioxide is required for us in order to maintain an optimum environment condition here, right? So the one more importance of carbon dioxide is the carbon dioxide helps in keeping the earth warmer by blocking the infrared radiations. Okay, so thereby carbon dioxide is also a greenhouse gas. So coming back to the question again. So they are asking about which one of the following statements is not correct regarding carbon dioxide. So they are asking about not correct. So their first statement, it is a greenhouse gas. Obviously it's a greenhouse gas. So that's a correct statement. And it is released during the photosynthesis. No, it is not, because carbon dioxide is absorbed in the process of photosynthesis. And the releasing form of gas is oxygen. So that's why our answer is B. It is released during the photosynthesis. That's a wrong statement. So that's why our answer is B. But we have to go through C, D also, because sometimes D will be having A and B as option. Now C. It forms the dry ice. So that's also correct statement. Dry ice means the solid form of carbon dioxide. So that is also correct statement. Then D. Carbon dioxide in the atmosphere does not absorb the incoming visible radiation coming from the earth. That is also correct. It won't absorb the incoming radiation. It only absorbs the outgoing radiation. So here our answer is B.